In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the H2SIP podcast. I'm your host, Arnie, and I'm here with my co-host, Sassy Mom.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday and happy Clovis Rodeo Day.
Happy Thursday. Well, for you guys, probably Saturday, so happy Saturday to you guys watching. I try to do 2 days of editing, but, sometimes it goes to the third. Besides the point. How was everybody's week going? Hope you guys had a great week. We had a great week. Sassy, what'd you do this week? I know you went somewhere fun because I saw it in your story.
True, but this week, as you can tell, my eyelashes and hair got done.
W's.
Then yesterday went to Morro Bay for the day, which was really nice. Wasn't even hardly packed. Food was great. So it was a nice day.
Going to the coast.
Trip, yes.
Yeah, I love. If you guys are California residents, have you been to Morro Bay? It's a great place. I like Morro Bay. It's like a very chill spot. Not like Pismo. Pismo can get packed. Yeah. Pismo Beach gets pretty packed, which is about 30-minute drive difference from each other. But Morro Bay is more of a chill spot. Chill. You can still go to the beach. You can still go see everything. There's a lot of stuff to do, but it's more chill.
Exactly. And how was your weekend? I know it had an eventful weekend. You were?
I had an eventful week of work, yes. Nothing really like exciting. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and update you guys on my LA trip that I told you guys about last week. So last week I said we were going to go to LA. I was going to go to LA. I did end up going to LA. Unfortunately, plans fell through. His flight got canceled. Or not canceled, it got delayed, and I couldn't stay there another night. So we ended up just scrapping that for a future date. We're going to be in contact, and then if I'm ever in his area, we will collaborate. And if you guys don't know who I was going to collaborate with, it was this guy by the name of Don Pollo. He's the king of Ohio. He's a Hispanic influencer, or I think he's Puerto Rican or Dominican. He's pretty dope. I'll post his account here so you guys can see who he is. He's pretty dope. I was gonna do this in Spanish because he's majority Spanish speaking, so I was gonna do it all in Spanish. I
wouldn't even understand if you did it in Spanish. Yeah. You would have had subtitles if you would have.
And honestly, I don't even know if I'm that fluent enough to have a full conversation with someone that's fluent in Spanish. I'm fluent in Spanish, yes, but there's a lot of words that I still don't know, or I butcher, or I say stuff that probably isn't even an actual word. I just that's just how it's like slang, Spanish slang. So
my Spanish is pinche nueva. I don't know what I'm saying. Puta.
Oh my God. I don't think you can say that one.
Okay. Well, I mean, I hear so many bad words. Ay, pendeja or pendejo.
She knows the bad words. That's all she knows. I think everybody knows the bad words from any language. That's funny.
I don't even know what pinche hueva means. Pinche hueva or pinche huevo?
Pinche hueva means effing egg.
Oh.
It's more, I think you're saying like huevona, which is like you're effing lazy.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody calls you pinche huevona, that means you're a effing lazy person.
What about a boy?
Huevon.
Pinche huevon. Pinche huevon.
I'm dead.
Anyways, that's the reason why I do not speak Spanish right. I was kicked out in Spanish class of high school. Yeah, I do not comprehend.
Yeah, that would have been a tough show for me too. I had some questions already in the chamber, but definitely if he, went on a tangent, wanted to ask about stuff that I didn't, know about, I would have sounded like a no sabo kid. If you guys are Spanish speakers, you would understand what I'm saying.
No sabo kid.
No sabo kid.
No sabo kid?
No sabo kid.
Kid. No
like
sabo
kid, like a little boy, a kid.
No sabo means I don't understand?
Yeah.
No
but
sabo.
Like, okay, so the reason why they're called no sabo kids is because no sabo is not an actual correct way to say I don't know. But that in a sense it's like you're butchering everything. I will butcher everything. Where I I will say words that are not actual words. Like no sabo is not an actual. It is. Yeah, it's not an actual
Oh,
correct
okay.
sentence.
Well, at least he's teaching Eli Spanish, which is really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach him Spanish. He knows some words. He's pretty good, but he definitely has a long way to go for sure.
He'd be multilingual.
I hope so. I hope that he can learn many more languages like French,
Yeah.
Mandarin. All that would be dope. He's
You
gonna start
teaching
preschool
him.
pretty soon, so
He's getting so big, and I bought him some cars, and he got so excited.
he still loves cars. He's like a fiend for cars. He literally threw a 20-minute tantrum right now
Yeah, because I
because
shouldn't have showed him what I got him.
she,
Oh,
yeah, she got him some cars at the beach. He came home. She gave them to him, but when he comes home this late because he had swim practice. When he comes home this late, he needs to go straight to bed to take a nap. But when he came home, Sassy gave him the cars. He did not want to drop those cars.
no.
He was excited, too
They were
excited.
cute, though.
So he threw a 20-minute tantrum right before nap time, which is good because he's gonna nap like a prince. He's gonna nap so good.
That's good.
Um,
So our topic today is we have a couple of them, and then I think I'm going to recap of obviously the Diddy and
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. So we can go that.
Sure. The topics we have, as you can read in the title, we have Logan Paul being sued. He responds to the allegations for the PFAs found in the Prime bottles. Rest in peace, Ava Evans. She was a TikToker influencer as well. She did pass away as well. We're talking about a lot of sad TikTokers passing away, but that's just who we are. We talk about everything and anything. TikTok is finally getting banned. Well, okay, so we'll talk about the logistics, the details, the nitty gritty of the facts of the TikTok ban. But as of now, TikTok's getting banned. So yeah, we'll go into detail with all that. Starting off the top of the show, we have this story that I'm going to share with you, Sassy. I don't think you've seen this one, but this man got sent to jail for 12 years. Well, I don't know if it's been fully sentenced, but he's facing up to 12 years in prison for accidentally traveling with 4 rounds of ammunition in his suitcase. Pretty crazy. So I'm going to give you guys a backstory. This man... Let me give you guys a backstory. I just got a brain fart. It says my cat's on my lap. This man travels to Turks and Caicos for a 40th birthday celebration of one of their friends. Him and his wife. They go there. Everything's kosher. There's nothing going on. Previously, he had gone on a hunting trip, and he had accidentally forgotten 4 rounds of ammunition in his suitcase when he traveled. He travels. Nothing goes on. No red flags get alerted at TSA on his departure. On his way back, on the other hand, Turks and Caicos, it's a Caribbean island, I believe, right? I think
Yes.
so. They don't play that game. Their TSA is, elite. They're high. They find those 4 rounds and they arrest him. They arrest him and his wife. His wife was later released and dropped the charges, but the man is still in Turks and Caicos prison, and he's facing up to 12 years in prison for that. This is the story. He had an interview of this incident.
This is something that we
Oh.
never recover from.
The story of American tourists.
Okay, let me restart this. Get off of me. Let me higher the volume as well because I don't think I can hear that. All right, here we go. Let's redact all that. Not redact, but let's go read.
This is something that we may never recover from.
The story of American tourists stranded in Turks and Caicos Islands.
I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. This was a complete innocent mistake.
Facing a 12-year prison sentence.
When I heard that, I immediately was terrified because I was like, we can't both be in prison for 12 years. We have kids at home. And this is such an innocent mistake.
Like, I had no idea that they were in there. I would have never, ever intentionally I had no reason to. We came here to vacation.
And to think that this is going to ruin us. Yeah.
It's a heartbreaking story, and they share their warning for other tourists who may be considering a tropical vacation there.
Crazy story, right? It's a little top of the show fun. Fun story. I mean, like I said, they haven't been booked. They're just charging. They're just being charged for that much. I think that maybe, the jury will have a heart and see that it's just a accident that was left in the suitcase. But who knows? I don't know the laws in Turks and Caicos. What do you think of that story, Sassy?
You said that was a fun story.
That's one of our fun stories. Okay, let me.
That you have. They're gonna think you have no empathy.
Oh no! All right, chat.
You have to.
I will redact that statement. It's not a fun story. I call it, okay, so in our doc, I have fun stories, basically like top of the show. Like there's small stories that I try to cover. I call them fun stories in the doc. And so
Wait, you're adding this in there?
Yes.
Then don't make yourself look bad. Just
no, I want to
clip
correct. Oh, should I just clip it? Well, I don't know how many times. I might have said fun story a couple times.
Yeah, you did.
So I don't know. So this is, it was a top of the show story. That was a top of the show story of the Turks and Caicos.
So do you think he would actually get the 12 years?
I personally don't think he will. I think that, I don't know the laws in Turks and Caicos, but I think the evidence, them being extremely regretful of that being in there, and I think the jury will find this to be an accident at the end of the day. Also, there was just rounds. There was no gun.
Right.
It was definitely just rounds
because
left.
He's not in jail right now because he's
he's out on bail basically.
Right. So,
but he's facing up to 12 years of prison time.
There was no gun. It's just rounds.
Right. I think if he's got a good lawyer, he's definitely gonna. They're just gonna do either probation, but he's not gonna be in prison. He's just gonna have to pay a fine for having them in his suitcase, and then
I would hate
move
to
on.
be locked up abroad. They say those prisons. There's a TV show called Locked Up Abroad.
Really?
Where people actually, Locked Up Abroad is like, it's where people are smuggling in pot.
So it's like the hardcore prisons.
Drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
And they said those prisons in third world countries are horrible. Okay, anyways, I heard the prisons were really horrible inside.
Yeah, except Swedish prisons. Have you seen a Swedish prison?
No.
They're like mini college dorms. It's crazy. Like,
wow.
Swedish people know how to do the prison system. They definitely don't treat their prisoners like garbage cans. It's basically a rehabilitation center for people that do bad things. But I will
say they don't get no AC in that thing.
Yeah, and they get like really big, not big rooms, but like bigger rooms than us. They actually get beds. They actually get furniture there. They get privacy. It's pretty good. It's basically a dorm room for prisoners. It's pretty crazy. Sweden knows how to do it. That's where I would go to jail in Sweden. But yeah, I only had one. There was not that much events. It was a very uneventful week happened this week. There was not a lot of stuff that was happening besides our main stories. So we're just going to jump over to our main story. Did you want to jump into Ryan Garcia?
Okay, so we all know, I don't know, it was probably on TikTok. I guess when people were broadcasting, clever way if people were broadcasting the stream, they literally wore sunglasses that you saw the reflection of the fight.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was interesting. So I was laying in bed and I kind of looked at a couple of broadcasts and, was looking through the, like this with the phone I've
seen those broadcasts. Yeah, that's crazy. Some people have a mirror in the back or they have those glasses and they just be really close up to the camera so you can see the reflection.
I would say that was a fight. I mean, he was drinking. He doesn't like to listen to rules.
He said he was drinking the whole entire fight, throughout the whole entire
practice,
training up to he's just been drinking every day, didn't really care. But I don't know if I believe that though. He might have.
I hate to say it, but I think Brian kind of looks like a person that does not want to listen to anyone. He'll do what he wants to do. That type of person. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. Because he goes, I played you looking stupid. People thought he was stupid. They underestimated him. He was even showing off the fight. The way he's little, like, come on. He won.
He's a showman for sure. he knows how to work the media into his favor.
Yep. I obviously he sure did because he had people in his favor.
Uh-huh.
And then he even betted $2 million on himself.
I think that's illegal.
Okay, and I think so too, but
yeah, like I don't think you're allowed to bet on yourself.
but that's what he's saying.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because there a NBA player got his contract revoked.
You know what? That was years ago. You were right.
No. This just happened like literally this
recently?
year.
I think this one happened like this years ago on something else
really?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, this year there was an NBA player that was banned from the NBA for life, because he was giving telling this for his friend, I guess his cousin, somebody in his family or friend group, to bet on like certain games where he's not gonna play. He's gonna intentionally not play that game or like do bad in the game. So therefore he wins his odds, his bets. And the reason why he got caught is because he played. The guy that was the bettor just played like this crazy bet of $80,000 to pay out was like $2 million. So that was like a first red flag. They're like, who would ever place this bet, especially this much?
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, so they caught him, and so I don't think you can bet on yourself.
Funny that Oscar De La Hoya,
Oscar De La Hoya,
when they were doing the interview, everyone was talking about, you could see his face because Ryan just kept jabbing. You know what I mean? You could see him like, can you shut up? Yeah, I did this and I did that and I fooled you all and I want to say what I want to. I'm here.
Yeah. Another thing we thought would happen was after the fight, would he still continue with his conspiracies of the elites and stuff like that? And he does. He is still
continuing doing that.
He's still letting us know that the bad people out there, the diddlers of the world, are still out there. P. Diddy's of the world. So look out for that. Look out for an earthquake in June. What? June
6th.
June 6th. Look out for an earthquake.
So I was telling Arnie, again with my TGI 66, but I think a couple of people have said this. We're supposed to have a huge earthquake in California, but we're not supposed to be scared of the earthquake. We need to be worried about the pipings underneath. And if something happens, think of if depending what the earthquake magnitude is, that somewhere in time we might have a huge flood in the California or the Central Valley. Well, just California, because we're kind of like, I don't want to say most close to the ocean, but I'm pretty sure wherever you guys live, you guys have ocean there somewhere.
Unless you live in the Midwest and you don't have an ocean.
I know, like
nearby.
LA's.
But if you live in the coast,
San Diego and Orange County is where they have.
So he's probably talking about LA, San Diego, the Bay Area, those type of regions. I'm not sure where the flooding would happen.
What else? Okay, there's actually, he doesn't know this, but maybe we might jump the subject. Kylie Marie, what was her name?
Kyle Marissa Roth?
Yes. Someone was saying that she texted a friend and said that someone was like stalking her or something like that. You know what I mean? She felt uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, this was what came out.
Yeah, okay. This just came out.
So, okay, I know this is not making sense. Well, anyway, someone got wind that she said someone was following her, looking into her stuff or something like that. Personal personal daily life. Okay, I am not making sense. Let's just retract this. Let me start right here.
Go ahead.
So anyways, people were saying that her friends, she told them that someone was stalking her.
Right.
Okay, which she passed away 2 weeks ago, which we found out a week ago, right?
Correct.
Which I find it kind of weird. We just lost another TikTok this week.
Yes. But this one we do know the story behind, which is her name. She goes by Ava. Well, her name is Eva Evans. Damn, there's too many E's in that one. But this is her account. Ava Evans. I don't know if it's Ava or Eva.
Ava.
It's Ava. This is her account. What the heck's this? We have updated our community. Yeah, got it. Whatever. Shut yo. Okay. Here she is right here, Ava Evans. She's kind of like a gossip channel too, but she's just more of a like a lifestyle. She talks about what she does. She talks about drama when it happens. Like she talked about the JoJo Siwa stuff.
You
know what? I'm rooting for JoJo.
Huh?
Kind of what Kylie does?
No, not kind of like what we do. We just like
Okay.
gossip. And we state our opinions about things. She does kind of the same thing.
I want her to succeed. It's making me like sad and depressed to watch her flail. And the first thing that I think this girl needs, besides a lot of other things, is a new stylist. Because Miss Siwa, if you were trying to leave behind your dance mom's persona, you cannot go out there looking like a gymnast about to do a rhythmic piece to a Kiss song. Like, do we see how these are not the same? Do we see how this is just this in a different font? Like, and frankly, hair and makeup team, also, we gotta get a new one. Because it's giving face paint, right? It's giving figure skater. It feels costumey, and the problem with that is that it makes it feel inauthentic. In some ways, it might be more...
So this is who she is.
JoJo Siwa is something in her clothing. Well, I heard she had a boyfriend. They broke up, but she was also dealing with mental health.
Oh, yeah.
I heard.
Well, yeah.
But they said she committed suicide.
She's actually also a director of a Prime Video. She directed. I'm gonna play this video because they talk about her achievements and stuff. So she's very popular in the
TikTok
social media. But yeah, this is her. Damn, I can't think of the Prime Video show that she's
Eva Evans
directed.
is dead at 29. The influencer and budding writer-director, who created the Amazon series Club Rat, had
Club
amassed more
Rats.
than 300,000 followers on TikTok for her tips about New York City as a native. Evans's sister took to Instagram to mourn the loss of the influencer, writing, "I wish I had Eva here now to refer to, because she would have better words and know how to say what I don't. Her cause of death has not been revealed."
It has now. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. It has now been revealed. She killed herself. They found a note in her body, and it was a suicide note. Sad day. She was struggling with mental health. That's definitely one thing that was
Mental health is very serious.
very, very serious. So make sure you guys take your guys' mental health seriously. If you guys are dealing with something, seek help. Go to a therapist. Taking drugs is not a sign of weakness. So if you need to take a drug, it's a good thing to
And
do.
it's okay to take a mental health day break. I have a friend.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I'm taking a mental health break day. Huh? What? Yep, taking a mental health day break.
Yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
always good to do that. Take care of yourself first.
Always good.
And that's the number one goal. Take care of yourself. If you need a break from social media, from real life, if you need a break from work, just call in sick. That's why you give you guys sick hours,
Yeah.
personal time off. Just take those days off. The world will continue. If you die, the job will just replace you. They're going to give you a couple days of like, oh, that's so sad that so-and-so passed. All right, business as usual. So definitely take those days off when you need to. Take care of yourself.
Oh, on a different type of note, because you know we're just talking about Ava and Kylie. She just came in my mind. Risa Tisa.
Oh yeah, what's up with her?
Okay,
Have
so
you
you know
been keeping
how
up with her? I have not.
It was like, okay, I don't follow her now, but she's still at the 3.7 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
She took a vacation, but I'm sitting here thinking, there's this girl I don't know, but we did post it up on our first podcast.
Yeah.
Who funded the trip, right?
Yeah.
But she took another trip somewhere else. Like, why aren't you talking about this London trip you want to go? She found a new man.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
New Legion. I'm just kidding.
yes, a new lead, and she's in love with him. So things are doing good her way. But in my mind, I'm still thinking, if you're on vacation, when are you going to take this luxurious trip you always wanted?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I think I was trying to say is, if she made plans with her employer, hey, I want to go on this trip, what's stopping her to say, hey, can I take this London trip?
Right.
When the trip's paid for, she just got to come up with spending money.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's facts. Do you know where she went on vacation?
No, kind of like to the beach, something. I don't know.
It was a beach.
She was on the feed of the
On the
FYP, so she
FYP
finally
feed.
came. But in Arnie, what Arnie said in our previous podcast about her, Arnie said in our previous podcast, I call it a one hit wonder. What is it called? Where
Yeah,
they
like a 15 minutes of fame, whatever.
right.
One hit wonder. Yeah, sure. She
And
is a one
now
hit wonder. She's definitely, but that's the type of content that there's definitely you can't recreate that. That was like a definitely one hit wonder because you can't recreate unless unless you find another Legion and then just like started gossiping about him. Yeah, you can't continue that storyline. But yeah, is she still doing good? I don't know. Have you guys been keeping up to date with Risa?
no, that was I just saw 'cause she was on the FYP.
I see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go do some tallies on her because I have a few people that I follow too that do gossip about TikTokers and stuff like that, but nobody's talked about her in a while. So she
Yeah,
must
that
be,
was the 15
15 minutes of fame.
thing.
She's definitely
Because she's not picking up on followers. She's still at 3.7 mil.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, her story was huge. Everybody was talking about it. She was on mainstream media. She was huge for that story. She was the first one to do it. That's why she was the first one to like make such a long series and a long content, and it worked on TikTok.
Well,
It's hard to do that. Very,
Arnie
very hard.
doesn't know this. I'm going. You know what? I'm going to have to send Arnie the feed because Queen Luna and Fallen Angel is the new TikTok 15 minutes of.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Second.
send me. I don't know who Queen Luna is.
I literally watch them and I feel like I'm watching a reality TV.
Oh,
It's
man.
unbelievable. But invested I am, but
Wow. Yeah, I'm about to
Interesting.
check that out. Queen Luna. All right. If you guys, anybody knows anything about that, we're gonna move forward on to some more drama happening in the influencer world. You guys know who Logan Paul is, right?
right.
Everybody knows who Logan Paul. Him and KSI created this company called Prime. It's a hydration drink it's like a Gatorade competitor. You guys know what Prime is. Everybody's seen a Prime. You've seen Prime. Have you ever tried Prime?
No.
They always send me bottles because their PR team, I think they reach out to every influencer. They reach out to me and then they gave me like a bunch of paraphernalia, like Prime squirt bottles. They give me a bunch of actual Prime. I actually have like 2 cases in my garage right now because I don't drink that shit. I don't like Prime. It's not that good. It's like too sweet for me.
But a lot of kids like that. Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia said stay away from it because that's a Satan.
It's satanic.
Well,
Well, people are
maybe-
going to stay away from it now.
I'm saying not satanic, but whatever. There's something he does not drink it. But I know Prime is a big thing. But kids do love Prime.
Kids do love Prime. And they love it for the reason that's Logan Paul. Kids love Logan Paul for some reason.
Wait, he was the maker because this is how out to date I am
Yeah.
with Prime. He's the maker of Prime.
Okay, so he doesn't actually make it in his basement. Like he
Yeah, I
hires
mean-
a manufacturer, but yeah, he's
But
the
he
face.
owns the
He owns a portion of the company. Yeah, him
Oh.
and KSI own portions of the company. The other portions are obviously owned by distributors, manufacturers, managers, business owners. They run the actual business. KSI and Logan Paul just own a portion of it, and they're the face of it as well. So.
And what's his brother's name?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
That's the boxer.
All right.
Well, the YouTuber now boxer. But yeah, Logan Paul has been caught. There was a person that did some testing on their bottles, and they found PFOS and PFAs. Which, if you guys don't know what those are, I don't know the acronym. I don't know the long version of the acronym, but essentially they're called forever chemicals, which they are found to like cause cancer if you have an extended amount of these forever chemicals into your bloodstream and your system. They stay forever, obviously,
Eesh.
and they are found to cause like cancers and stuff like that. So they are not good, especially to stick around forever. So if you ever drank Prime in your life, you might have some forever chemicals. But honestly, if you think about it, there's a lot of liquids that there's a lot of bottles out there that probably have forever chemicals, so it's not just a Prime bottle, but
Right.
they found a high amount. This was the guy, I think he's a doctor. I'm not sure he's a doctor or scientist. Explaining these forever chemicals.
I don't know how
He looks like a chemist or some kind of, I don't know what he
I missed this before, but Prime Energy from Logan Paul is being sued on 2 accounts just this year. I'm Dr. Hassan. Let's get into it. Logan Paul's very infamous energy drink that was selling out on shelves about 3 months ago now is being sued for 2 reasons. One, because there's an excessive amount of caffeine in it, 200 milligrams, which is more than Red Bull, Monster Energy, at least the small cans of Monster Energy, Zoa. It's one of the highest caffeine concentrated drinks out there. The reason for the lawsuit is that this drink is marketed primarily to teens and young kids. Having that much caffeine as a kid, especially a couple times a day, can be detrimental, especially to their growth, and it can affect their heart because caffeine affects the sympathetics inside your body. Being exposed to that kind of caffeine at such an early age can be a risk factor. But the second lawsuit is actually even more interesting. That's because all of these forever chemicals were allegedly found inside the grape variant of the drink. Now, the reason why PFAS chemicals are harmful to your body is, one, because they can cause kidney damage, kidney cancer, can also increase the level of cholesterol and impact your liver. They are forever chemicals, so they get inside your body, they stay in there forever. Your body cannot break them down, your liver can't break them down, your kidneys can't flush them out. These are all alleged and they have not been proven in court yet, but it's very concerning because these energy drinks are hyped up on social media. But you know the power of marketing, so you know kids will be affected. What do you guys think? Would you ever try Prime Energy? One of your kids drink Prime?
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't. Honestly, I don't trust anything that an influencer pushes to me, to be honest. Yeah, and Prime being one of those, I've never trusted it. Like, influencers are known to cut corners to make a profit.
Right.
So I think that Logan Paul and KSI wouldn't, they would sign a contract to make more money and have a shitty product. So that's what I think. So I would never buy or anything that comes from a influencer. That's like actual something you consume. Like, I wouldn't take diet pills. I wouldn't take melatonin pills or anything like that from an influencer. Maybe clothing. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But Logan Paul did respond to this. This is his response to the allegations of his lawsuit.
Not only is there a lawsuit against Logan Paul's company Prime for there being PFOS, which are forever chemicals, in the Prime hydration drink.
All right, let's talk about this. First off, anyone can sue anyone at any time. That does not make the lawsuit true, and in this case, it is not. There's claims that PFOS or forever chemicals come from plastic. So in this case, they're not talking about the actual drink, the liquid Prime. They're talking about the bottle that Prime is manufactured in. This ain't a rinky-dink operation. We use the top bottle manufacturers in the United States. All of your favorite beverage brands, Coke, Pepsi, Tropicana, Dr. Pepper, they use these companies. If the product is served in plastic, they make a bottle for them. Accordingly, we follow Title 21 for the Code of Regulations for PET and all other types of bottles. The products are manufactured by our company in a manner compliant with all pertinent and current good manufacturing practices by the United States Food and Drug Administration. All of our suppliers use GMP facilities. But let's say they're talking about the drink itself. Here's where their argument really falls apart. Pay attention.
But according to the testing done by one of the lawyers for the plaintiff...
Whoa! Hold it. You saw Goodman or Walter White, brother, because this little study that was conducted by a lawyer is absolute bullshit. They're claiming that Prime has 0.06 ppt, parts per trillion. But that's interesting because the EPA says that anything under 1.1 ppt cannot be deemed as reasonably accurate, meaning they don't have the right tools or resources to even prove what they're claiming. Are you following this? It means the detection limit is 66 times more than what they're claiming we have in our drink. And that's just the detection limit. Your own state will not even take action unless it's over 40 parts per trillion. So we don't even think this information is factual, but for the sake of this conversation, let's continue.
In one Prime hydration drink, they found 3 times the amount of PFOS that you should consume in drinking water in your life.
We have a very big multi-million-dollar filter that filters the water from the state. Water you drink at home, water provided by the state before we make it into Prime. If this claim about PFOs and PFAs is true, what is that saying about your state water? Then, according to their website, the Environmental Protection Agency's recommendation is using one of 3 tactics to remove as many PFOS and PFAS as possible. Activated carbon, ion exchange treatment, and reverse osmosis. Well, we do 2 out of the 3 of those to clean the state's water before it even becomes Prime. We don't think these numbers are factual, and we're not the only one who caught this.
The level that was reportedly found was below the limit of detection, and if that even was the level, it is still 66 times lower than the recently established federal maximum contaminant level of 4 parts per trillion for PFOS.
For customer safety, we retain samples of every single batch of Prime that has ever come off the production line. So if if/when this plaintiff wants to come forward with a production number, we will retain samples from that batch and conduct our own independent study. We're putting out better for you products. Meanwhile, our competitors are on the cusp of getting banned in the United States. The #1 sports drink in the world just had SKUs banned in California for using dyes linked to cancer. That is a fact. It already happened. The difference with us is one person conducted a random study and has provided zero evidence to substantiate any of their claims. Do y'all remember a while back when they said that the FDA was investigating Prime? It never happened. They never called us because we follow every single guideline and regulation. So Tommy, the TikTok lawyer, 4 videos in, man, farm those views, get those likes, and get a haircut while you're at it. We'll accept an apology within the next 48 hours. Otherwise, you're going to be representing yourself in a miserable courtroom for lying about our brand.
Wow.
That's crazy. And the crazier part is that guy deleted all his videos. The guy said, yikes, I gotta go. So I don't think he has much of a lawsuit in his hands. I think Logan, explained himself thoroughly. If there is anything, I think, yes, he must have just like wanted to either get some clout or scare them enough to like pay him a settlement. Be like, yeah, don't investigate us anymore, please. But Logan definitely did his due diligence. But Logan's known to do that. Like, he's known to snap back. Always that. Like, if anybody talks crap about anything that he does, he snaps back. When he's proven wrong, then he'll apologize. So that's what he is known. Which that's what happened with his other scams that he used to do, his crypto scams.
Yeah.
He would snap back, get proven wrong, and then be like, I'm so sorry. I will try my best to get this resolved, and still not do anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I guess we're still waiting, Logan, on the crypto zoo. When is that going to be paid out? Still waiting on that. Next up, we have TikTok's getting banned. Sad day. Are you going to be sad when TikTok gets obliterated?
I don't think it's going to get banned. I know they're starting a new thing called TikTok Notes. I just have a feeling it's going to be sold.
Okay, that's a good theory. I think that's probably the best theory.
But we have 9 months.
Yes, we do.
I really think it's probably going to be sold, but I don't know the guy's name. I'm sure he pops up in everyone's FYP. Kyle or Kaylin. Something about a W3 Web 3.
Web 3, that's been old. Yeah, that's old.
Like putting something like TikTok there. Where we could preserve our own data. I really think it's just about. I know ByteDance has a lot to do with. I have a feeling it just has to do with money selling.
Yeah. So yeah, Congress, the state, the Congress got the bill. They agreed to ban TikTok. Joe Biden already signed the bill. He literally signed it the next day. Which goes to prove to you, if they really wanted to pass something, they could. If they can pass it in one day, sign it the next, it can go into sometimes things like get passed into Congress and it takes like weeks or months for it to actually be signed. So if they wanted to, they could. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, Shu, the CEO of TikTok, speaks out about he's very confident that TikTok will not be banned. As of now, they have 9 months to sell it, divest. Or just, bye-bye, see you later. You can't be banned. I mean, TikTok has been banned in many countries already, like India, China themselves. They don't even care. They don't even want TikTok in their homeland. But yeah, this is what my boy Shu said about TikTok.
Hi, everyone. It's Shu here. As you may have heard, Congress passed a bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice. Politicians may say otherwise, but don't get confused. Many who sponsored the bill admit a TikTok ban is the ultimate goal. It's obviously a disappointing moment, but it does not need to be a defining one. It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom. TikTok gives everyday Americans a powerful way to be seen and heard, and that's why so many people have made TikTok part of their daily lives. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. Our community is filled with people who have found acceptance and compassion, offered inspiration and encouragement, increased their awareness, and brought into perspectives, ultimately adding more delight and joy to their lives. Our community is also filled with 7 million business owners who have built their livelihoods on TikTok. While we make our case in court, you'll still be able to enjoy TikTok like you always have. In fact, if you have a story about how TikTok impacts your life, we'll love for you to share it to showcase exactly what we're fighting for. Meanwhile, we will continue to invest and innovate to keep our community vibrant, exciting, and safe.
Perfect. Yeah. So what I think, this is another theory that I think is going to happen. They're going to sue to not get banned, and lawsuits sometimes takes 2 to 3 years. So I think they're just going to keep suing each other until it's 4 years later down the line. They can't be banned until it's legitimate. So I think that's another way they're going to bypass the 9 months,
right?
By keep suing them and waiting for those lawsuits to finally choose a side who's going to be the winner. If that doesn't work, if they do sue and lose, then they have the 9 months to divest, which they're going to have to sell because they're either going to get, $40 billion or $0. So they're going to go with the money route. If all else fails, that's what they're going to do. Yeah. What are you sad that TikTok's gone? I don't think so. I think people are going to just go to Instagram Reels. They're just going to go to Facebook Reels. I don't think people are
I'm gonna miss TikTok, but I really don't think it's gonna be gone. I mean, yes, I know a lot of people were speaking up, showing live feeds, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I know the algorithms changing of that type of stuff we would find,
Mm-hmm.
But heck yeah, because I rely on TikTok because I learn things. You can shop.
That's the one thing I did not like about though. The TikTok shop kind of gets a little annoying.
True, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Also, I don't have. Do you have the shop tab on the top?
Yes.
You do?
He doesn't.
I don't for some reason. I don't know why. That's so strange for me.
Does anyone have the shop on there?
I think most people have the shop. I don't know why. I've updated my app many times. Because every time you send me a video on my messages, I click on it and then it takes me to the TikTok on the App Store, and it always tells me to update.
Huh.
Yeah, and then I have to go open the app again, and then I can see the video you sent me. But yeah, so I've updated my app many times, and I don't have that little tab on any. I have multiple accounts, and none of them have the little shop app tab.
I'm gonna miss it, but I do like TikTok. I hate to say it. That's where I find out what movies to watch.
Yeah, it's a good.
Find out the gossip.
That's what I love about TikTok. It's just so instant. People can reach millions instantly. YouTube, you can't do that. You can't just create a channel and post something crazy and get a million views. You can't do that on TikTok. On YouTube, you have to build an audience.
Right.
That's the one thing I loved about TikTok. But I will miss it if it does get taken out.
I mean, I hope not.
I hope not, but I will miss it. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I know people thinking, "Oh, you should be scared." Don't you make your livelihood off of this? I make a portion of my livelihood over this, but if it is gone, I will not be hurting
and
for
then
money.
there are some that actually make their livelihood.
And there are people that like that Kyle Marissa Roth girl. She was probably one of those people that just depend on TikTok. There are tons of people like that though that depend solely on TikTok to make their rent.
Now, broadcasters, there's so many broadcasting apps they can go to.
Right.
But I think, well, I don't want to say why I think they stay there, but I noticed some people are recycling the method. But how Live Me, if you throw me so many clones, you got to throw me 50% conversion back or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of people making their living through that. I learned my lesson when I was like that back in Musical.ly days. Not to put all your eggs in one basket. So I definitely diversified my incomes that way, or my content. So in order for, if anything like this ever happened, I wouldn't be stressed out. So
exactly.
Always don't put all your eggs in one basket. Also spread them out. Also don't count your chicks before they hatch. Oh
God, I used to do that all the time, counting the chicks before they hatch. Really screwed up a lot of things.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much our doc. I mean, there was, like I said, there was not that much juicy drama besides those little clips that we can
But we're also looking to expand new things, new topics.
Obviously, yeah, for sure.
You know, we're still putting our little feet in the pond, still testing the waters.
And I like it.
out.
I mean, we're getting views. Like, definitely, we're getting more views than we have subscribers. That's always a plus. So we're hitting some people's algorithms.
Because what I want to do is, like, seriously, one day conspiracy, but I know Arnie's
You want
busy,
to? I can do that. I mean, we can do that.
and I'm busy. Like, I have to really pull some good conspiracy. But there's really hasn't been much going on TikTok, except, like, the band was the talk.
Yeah.
Of course, Diddy is still getting in trouble, and
Yeah.
well, I know Justin's coming up to play now, because remember I told you it was Diddy, Russell, and then Justin. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that Kylie Jenner might have a baby with Timothy Chalamet.
I
I heard
did
that
not
from
know that.
TGIF. You guys, I'm throwing this for a win. Everyone knows who Shadi Bay is. And she was like, she got famous because I didn't know why, but she was the girl. And I did a video. So did Bestie. You want a shout out? And she had that fan. I'll give you a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she got famous. So I heard that there's this new guy I watch, way better than Shawty Bay, Benny Gonzalez.
I never heard of him.
Just this cute guy from Mexico. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Oh, I look at him becoming famous now, I'm a TikTok star. He acknowledges the people, the comments.
That's good.
And they were showing like Shawty Bay at 500 views and Benny Gonzalez at 27K views.
Jeez, that's a lot
so
of views.
he's right now like the new
new wave.
The new wave.
Yeah.
But I just sit there and listen to his live. But he's very appreciative of the gifts, the
viewers, the contributions,
the promos,
the what?
They send him things, to test out.
Oh, the promotions.
Yeah, he's very thankful and appreciate what he gets.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I'm happy for him. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna go look him up after this, and I'll check him out.
Yeah, he's just so cute.
I love to see it. I love to see people win. Love to see it.
I like to what's the word? He used to
Upvote.
call it
I don't know.
live surf. You just kind of.
Oh, you just scroll through the live feed.
Yeah, and you just go.
Yeah.
What you want to see.
People found me that way. It's funny because like I have 7 million followers on my TikTok, and everybody that watches my live streams, because I play video games, obviously, not obviously, but I play video games on my lives just for fun, whatever. But everybody that watches me, they all found me through like scrolling the live feed. I don't think I have a single like people that actually follow me for my content. They like stop by, say hi, and then leave. And then the people that just found me through the scrolling, those are the people that actually stick around, watch the whole live. So those are that's cool.
There's this guy that. Okay, sometimes I have to have music to fall asleep or noise, or just it's funny. Certain people's voice can put me to sleep. There's this guy called the narcissist. I don't know. Okay, it's something narcissist.
Something like that.
So I always go to his live but I don't know why I go there because he kind of just sometimes bores me. But his monotone could put me to sleep. I swear to God, this guy's redundant. Oh, I'm thankful for all my followers, and I wouldn't be here if life, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, you just repeat the same old. And I feel like, dude, you don't got like so many followers, like up a mill, and you repeat the same thing. And I'm like, is he really a narcissist? I'm just like, yeah, you gotta. His dad passed away. I told him my condolences. You gotta make that dash count, like meaning make your life count. Live for today. You know what I mean? Be
That's a good
thankful for
philosophy.
what you have in your life. But
Always.
I'm feeling like that monotone and the same like can we talk about something else? But hey, you do put me to sleep.
At least he does
sometimes
something.
I noticed I did fall asleep in his podcast, and somehow I surfed it through Artie's podcast. And I woke up and I'm like, okay, exit out.
My broadcast, my
Yeah.
life. Well, because my lives are more energetic. You know,
I can't
I'm playing
sleep
video
with Arnie
games.
because he
I'm
plays
screaming.
video games.
I'm
and
talking.
So there's nothing
Yeah,
that I could.
you can't sleep on my live streams.
Right.
I definitely want to, because there's people shooting in the game, and I'm talking to people, and yeah, it's pretty.
And then you have the gifts going on.
Oh yeah, the gifts. I have like a TTS on.
Yeah,
So
I think I noticed a lot of TikTok broadcasters do have like those little gift notifications.
interactions. Those are good. I like them. They're fun. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that has been the 11th episode of the I Hate to Say It podcast. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, guys. Those are always gonna help us.
Give us ideas.
Next week, wait, don't you have anything going on next week or no?
Oh, so next week I'm gonna have him keep this in. Busy week, so I could do Monday, which that's not enough time for materials.
Definitely not.
Saturday, I don't come back to Saturday. You guys, I
I could do a solo.
Yeah, I have to get things ready for the next couple of weeks for my vacation. So I'm taking my clients weekly and fitting my monthly clients in so I can go to vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think on our vacation we're supposed to do a podcast there.
Yeah, we're gonna do a vacation at the beach. It's gonna be fun. We'll do a little vlog as well and like include it into the podcast. That's gonna be.
But
dope.
on Arnie's, he can. What's the word? Do it on his own time, because I don't think Monday gives us enough time for
Definitely
materials.
not. That's not enough for material. We struggled to find material for this week, and we had a whole week to plan. So, yeah, definitely Monday's way too early. But we'll keep it open. If we find if something happens today and tomorrow or throughout the weekend, that's huge. We can definitely just do that.
So then we'll
keep it open on Monday, and then we'll keep you guys updated.
But if not, hopefully I'll see you guys back. If not, you'll be seeing Arnie. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you all.
Have a great coming weekend.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next one. Bye.